Hey guys, how are ya? This is Linwood Cox Jr., founder and CEO of Mago Day. I am super excited because I haven't had a chance to do one of these videos in a while. Just to show what's going on in my life. I've just been moving into a brand new apartment. I would take a tour, but honestly, it's going to take a lot. It takes a little bit to make these videos, so I want to keep it short. But super excited because I haven't been able to do it for 2 weeks. So I'm ready to get started now. But just as always, when I do these videos, for those who are wayward in spirit, will gain understanding. And for those who lament, will accept instruction, just sort of a mantra of my business. So to talk about today, what I wanted to talk about today, in reference to the exterior today, is just to talk about men's colognes. Now, just as a sort of thing that goes through guys' minds, you put on the cologne, you smell good, and that's it. And that could be like a red X. No, that's not the way that it works. Wish it did, but just because men, I believe, think that way. Practically, we just want it to work. We get a device, I've just moved into an apartment, so I got furniture coming in, and the first thing that a guy thinks is, I just want this to work. I just want to hit a button, and then all of a sudden everything transforms in the apartment set up, but it doesn't work that way. So it takes a little bit of time. But even in something as simple as cologne, it can be, it's something that you have to actually know the fragrances and know how they work. So, typically, right now, let's say a guy bought a cologne. He would say, right now, fall time and stuff, I'm just gonna put on a cologne. But the reality is that when you put on a cologne, I've heard that there are 3 tones. I was taught that there was 2 tones. There is a top frontal tone that comes out of the cologne, and then there's a lower tone. There's a body tone that after the fragrance settles itself, that would become the main parts of the fragrance. So you typically go into a department store, and what I would tell you guys to do is when you go into the department store, don't just think that the frontal tone is a tone that would keep there, that will stay there. Because have you ever gotten a fragrance and you sprayed it and you loved it so much when you sprayed it, but at the end of the tone, right, when you started walking around and once it settled itself, there were certain scents of the cologne that you may not like that much. And honestly, there might be people that are around you that don't like it that much either. So typically when you go into a store, you'll want to spray the cologne. So I have right now, Woods is by Abercrombie & Fitch. That's the main one that I wear sort of like in fall time. But my main go-to is Invictus by Paco Rabanne. So typically what you want to do is you'll want to spray on your wrist like so, and then rub on your palms, obviously, and let it breathe. The first scents that come are the first scents that are expressed when the cologne is sprayed on you. So you can let that air out, come back, smell it. It's going to be awesome. What I would do though, that is if you go to a mall or you go to a convenience store and you walk around and shop, come like 13 minutes, a half an hour to it before you buy the cologne and see whether or not the tones that are left there are tones that you actually really want to wear, because there are scents that are underneath that are base tones. Again, 13-minute walk, come back to it. What I'm going to talk about next is malpractice. So I think in general, most guys know this, but just in case you're out there and you're like, man, I don't wear colognes like that. I've been thinking about it. Number one thing that you don't do is you don't spray it within a close radius of you. I've had this a couple of times happen to where I've not been thinking about it and I've been running out of the house, and I'll be sitting like at a dinner table and a person will be like, hey, what's that spot? Or they'll be looking at my chest and it looks like one of those infrared darts have been sat there, because you literally just shot yourself and that little dot is going to be where you are. It's just a little embarrassing. So if you're out there, just make sure that you spray at a farther radius, just to make sure that the fragrance spreads. And honestly, more towards the neck is it's going to sit on the moisture of your skin longer, and on your skin longer. Where on your clothes, just depending on where you're at, windy, the atmosphere, it could not hold on as long on your clothes. But I would spray it more so on your neck. And then, lastly, I would say when it comes to, I think there could be plenty of malpractices when it comes to anything, but in this particular case, it's also knowing the seasons that you are. I would do a little research. I don't have a lot of time on the video, but for me, the reason why I brought the two colognes is, you know, the woods, it has a more robust woodsy fragrance, and it's set towards different seasons. So you have, you know, most if you're in the event that you can try out different colognes in time, you would have a fragrance that you could buy that is for a particular season. So typically, like in the fall, wintertime, I'll wear woods at different times, but then I have a generic fragrance that I wear, you know, which is Invictus Paco Rabanne again, that I wear literally like all the time just because I love it. And I'm going out of different seasons, but I do have other fragrances that I have that, you know, when I feel summery and it's vibrant out and I'm going to the beach and stuff like that, I have different, you know, feels. And then so not to name drop on all the colognes that I have, but just go out there and try them. One of the malpractices is that you wear a fragrance then, and dude, it's just not in the right season. It's too strong. So just like the colors of the clothes that you wear, you know, you could wear darker clothes, more fallish like clothes, but you could wear it in the wrong season. And maybe I'll do a video about that as well. Good job, God. It would be malpractice to wear these certain fragrances in different seasons. Why? Just because they bring out also a feel in other people. When you're wearing more wooded scents and more darker tones, it reminds people a lot of the fall and the wintertime, as it should do for yourself. But I would imagine then, if you were wearing this in the summertime, people might be looking at you like you're crazy just because it's not attractive during that time. And then so just pay attention to that. And that's it, honestly. I'm going to keep it short this week just because it's been a while getting back rolling and stuff like that. But I wanted to make sure that I made a video out for you guys. But if you're out there, business owner, you're an entrepreneur, and you're looking to increase your look in your particular vocation, whether or not that's on the internet or on social media, give me a shout. My email address, my website is imagodefashion.com. Just go on there, go to booking, book a consultation. But if you're out there, you just want a general cal session to be able to talk about any insecurities, or just want to be able to do a walkthrough on styling and give you some advice, I won't let you down. So check me out there. But love you guys. So excited to be just in a new stage in my life and be able to now get back to reaching out to you guys. So I'll talk to you later.